All right, the next example is minus 2 equals minus x. You know, some people say negative x minus x, same thing. All right, so this is a bit different than what we have been doing because we have the constant term on the left side and the unknown and the coefficient on the right side. Here I can do two things. I have two options. I can either solve it for x or the unknown as it is, or I can bring it to the format that I'm used to in order to make it simple for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I do that, there's an easy way of doing it. I'll go ahead and flip the order of the equations, meaning I'll bring minus x and minus 5x on this side, and I set it equal to minus 2. So if you pay attention here, nothing changed, only the order of the terms changed. So if I had kept the constant negative 2 here and brought the x's on the left side, that's a different story. But as it is, this and this are the same things. All right, so I have a minus x, a minus 5x, and a minus 2. But here, if you notice, x is just by itself. So to make it easier for myself, for a better visual, I'm going to add a 1 because that's not going to make a difference because 1x, x is the same thing. So I have minus 1x and a minus 5x, which makes it a minus 6x. Because I'm essentially adding these two, which equals to minus 2. And remember, my target, my goal is to find x. The unknown is x. So in order to do that, just like what I did on the previous questions, I'm going to go ahead and divide it by the coefficient. And the coefficient on this one happened to be minus 6. But whatever I do on the left side, I have to do it on the right side as well. So notice a couple of things here. We have a minus 6, we have a minus 6. Those two cancel out because they're the same things, and the same numbers divided will give us a 1, which is essentially an x. A number divided by itself is just going to be a 1. But on this side, I have two negative signs, one on the top, one on the bottom. So first, those negatives cancel each other out. If this was a positive and a positive, it would remain a positive. But if we only had one negative on the numerator or denominator, then we're left with one minus sign. And like I said, don't worry about, this little tricks and little, reminders. I'm going to go ahead and include them in the PDF file, so just pay attention to the steps. So I'm left with 2 divided by 6. Feel free to go ahead and simplify this, but 2 divided by 6 or 2 over 6 should suffice as well. So just to go ahead and recap, in this types of for this specific question, I had the constant term on the left side, which I was not used to. So I went ahead and changed the order, brought the constant term to the right side, added the x's, and then from there I solved for the x. All right, so that's just one type of linear equation, maybe a little different than what we have done in the previous two. And I'm going to go ahead and jump to the next example.